ルカリソフト二酸化チ。
Hello, everyone. It's time for some more Xbox Live indie games. This time round, we're looking at the games that were released not just 1 week, but 3 weeks, starting from September the 21st, ending October the 11th, 2014. But even though it's been 3 weeks, only 5 games have been released. Well, as we know, less and less games have been coming out on XBlig, but every single XBlig is a treasure. So, let's have a look at them. We're starting off with a game that is in all Japanese, including its name on the dashboard, but according to Google Translate, this game is called Love Star Mule Prince of Makai. So I'm just going to refer to this game as Love Mule, I think. That sounds fine. Let's start a new game. See what Love Mule is all about. I don't know if this is Love Mule, if this is a titular character, but she's way too close right now. I think we need a little bit of space from Love Mule. As we stare into the infinite abyss that is Love Mule's eyes. I mean, at least she's happy about something. I'm not sure what it is. That's far too close. No, I think we need a little distant. No, oh dear, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, Love Mule. She's still so happy. I don't know what this game is. I guess that's the intro. I guess we finished the intro and we're going on to Chapter 1. Everyone in this game is far too close. So are these characters talking to each other, or are they both talking to me? I'm not really sure how this game works. Is this from a first-person perspective? Are they looking at us? He seems like the very stern, no-nonsense character. And I feel left out, not knowing what it is they're saying. I'm sure there is a very compelling tale that is being woven right now in the world of Love Mule, Prince of Makai. Maybe he's the Prince of Makai. He looks like he could be dressed like a prince. I don't know what this has to do with the bleeding falling angel from before. I'm sure it'll all come together. Everyone seems kind of shocked about something. It seems like something's happening. Like the girl on the left, she has that sort of like vein mark on her forehead. Guy on the right, he's like has a sweat drop going on. Everyone seems to be feeling very awkward about something. I guess I could just skip through the text like this. I suppose there's no real reason to just let it all... Oh goodness! Perhaps this is the Prince of Makai. He seems like some kind of Dark Lord, and everyone seems to be kind of afraid of him. I can only assume. Oh, okay, so no, we're now no longer in whatever that manor was. We're out in the middle of the desert. Transported here by the Dark Lord's powers, I assume. Though, I mean, we seem pretty happy about it. So I guess whatever happened is pretty good. Maybe we just didn't want to be around that Dark Lord anymore. Yeah, I'm sure that something's gonna happen anytime now. We just have to, it's a slow burn. We have to let it get going. Well, that seemed like overly menacing music for them. Well, he seems pretty freaked out, though, about the appearance of these three girls. Maybe he knows them from somewhere else. By the way, I don't know if there's any kind of gameplay or anything in this. Or if it's just this. Is it just pure visual novel? And there's nothing else? It could be. That's a possibility. Oh man, I think our main character needs to see a doctor. Those eyes are just constantly contracting, and that can't be healthy. And the trial expired just before things were about to get good. I'm sure everything was about to be tied together if we could have just seen this one cutscene. Or, cutscene? Is it really a cutscene when it's the entire game? It's like that. We would have found out what's about the deal with the bleeding falling angel and the Dark Lord and all that. If only we had a little bit more time. But we don't. That's Love Star Mule, Prince of Makai on Xbox Live Indie Games. If you were to look on the Xbox dashboard, you would not see that in English. It would be in Japanese. So, I mean, you can't search for Love Star Mule, is what I'm saying. You would have to search for the Japanese characters. So, but that's Love Star Mule, Prince of Makai on Xbox Live Indie Games. So it says, welcome to 10 Scary Nights. However, on the Xbox dashboard, the game is called One Night, Two Crazies, which is weird because it takes place over the course of more than one night, though there are two crazies.
Hey there, it's Chris. Thanks so much for agreeing to try out the security system. I promise you're not in any kind of danger, as long as you keep the intruders out of your room. Now, I have a bunch of cameras I just installed throughout the house, and these instructions say that you can navigate them using the D-pad. Not sure what that means, but maybe you can try it now and look around at the different rooms. There is a blind spot outside your room, so you'll want to press the right shoulder button to look out and then the left shoulder button to return to your laptop. Maybe try that now while I try to make sense of the rest of this gibberish. God, half of this is in Spanish. In case of death, blah, blah, blah. In case of injury, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here we go. You can press the A button to close the door and the B button to open it back up. Try that now, because if any intruders do make it into the house, then you're going to want to know how to protect yourself. One last thing. Looking into that hallway or holding the door shut will slowly cause you to lose sanity. If you lose it all, then you'll be completely helpless. Alright, take a look at the front door. I'll be sneaking in soon. Now you have 2 minutes until the security system's silent alarm alerts the cops. Just try to keep me out until then.
Now, come on. I know Five Nights at Freddy's is a popular game. I know that. And it's understandable that, you might want to try to make your own version of it, because it seems like it could be, relatively, compared to other kinds of games, it might be easy to try to make something like that. What? Uh-oh. I'm going insane. But I mean, if you're going to do it even, down to the tone of voice of the person who's calling you at the beginning of the night, maybe you should try to differentiate things up just a little bit, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I guess at least in this one you can hear when the intruder walks away from the door, which is something Five Nights at Freddy's does not have. But I mean, okay, I survived night 1. I was only half insane. But I mean, maybe just, make it not quite such an obvious ripoff. I don't know.
Well, I'm impressed. The system is performing rather well, and you're doing great under pressure. Granted, I did take it pretty easy on you just now. My friend here is also going to try sneaking around the security system. He's a little harder to spot and a lot scarier. You'll be fine, though. Watch the door. Here he comes now.
Right, so, I mean, you've seen how this game plays. You've gotten an idea of the mechanics. We have someone sneaking into the house. We have to... Well, we don't actually have to look at the cameras. We can just look at the door, wait for someone to appear there, and then we'll close the door until they go away. And it gets harder each night. And there seem to be 2 people involved. Right now, we've only had 1 person in during night 1. And again, we have the second person, but it's still only 1. And he's some kind of, I don't know, tentacles or something on him? Not sure what that is. And as we continue on throughout the week, eventually they're gonna both be in here, and things will get more difficult. And of course, and we don't have a power meter in this to differentiate it from Five Nights at Freddy's. Rather, we have sanity. And we're just so anxious over these intruders in our house, which is understandable, that we are literally losing our minds as we try to keep the door shut, which is why we can't just do this the whole time. Because you'd think it'd probably be a good idea to just close that and lock it, since there's no power meter or anything that's going to stop that from happening, but we can't actually do that. It's bad for our sanity. I was much more sane at the end of this night.
Alright, now let's really test things by having both of us come in at once.
A very short message this time, so both of them are coming in the house. So every so often, the security system will fuzz out, and then they'll move around, even if I'm looking at the camera, if I just wait long enough. Yeah, he's gone. There's one there. So I'm not really sure if there's no reason for me to just keep looking at this door. I don't think I go insane by just looking at the door. I failed night 3. So anyway, that's just what it looks like when someone comes in. I mean, we got a good idea of what this game was like. Actually, let's just take a look. If I can just look at this the whole time without actually looking at the security cameras and see if there's a reason why I can't do that. I don't see a reason why I can't. Doesn't really seem like this elaborate security system might be needed at all. Oh, okay, I am losing my sanity just by looking at the door. I don't actually know what happens if I lose all of it. Haven't seen that happen. Oh no. I'm seeing things. Seeing bugs on my vision. Maybe we'll just keep this going. See what happens if I just completely lose my mind. Lose my mind from the stress of looking at this door, which is much greater than looking at the laptop. It'll get there, eventually, I guess. No clock or anything, so we can't tell how far through the night we are. I don't think there was one on the laptop anyway. Oh, I can't close the door. That must be blocking me or something. Right, sometimes in Five Nights at Freddy's, it could be the case that the doors could be sabotaged. Okay, and we ran out of time anyway. So I guess a similar thing happens here. That's One Night, Two Crazies. It's, like I said, I mean, I get the idea that Five Nights is a popular game, but could have probably just tried to differentiate this, a little bit. You know, even down to the... Oh, alright. Even down to the guy who calls you sounding similar. I don't know. That's One Night, Two Crazies on Xbox Live Indie Games. Next up, it's Massive Cleavage versus Zombies. Alright, so let's start level 1 out of 38, I guess. Oh no! Zombies! Or, I don't know, a guy with a lot of ketchup on his face and neck. It's one of those things. We did it. We killed the zombie. Alright, this is my high attack. I can use it to kill things around the same height as me. And we're being attacked by the zombie hordes. And all we have is our trusty meat cleaver to fight them off. Yeah, when we stand still, we're saying we don't know. We don't know what's happening here. Why is any of this happening? Oh, why is my low attack and I can do it to kill things that are shorter than me? Like children! Yep. The zombie apocalypse is a heartbreaking thing. You have to harden your heart if you want to survive it. Though honestly, it is kind of strange how... So, we seem to be surviving the zombie apocalypse pretty easily. I mean, I don't know why this is supposed to be such a big deal. If one person with a meat cleaver standing in the middle of the street seems to be able to fight off waves of them. That's a good thing that she's left her shirt open, so we know it's Massive Cleavage versus Zombies. Because otherwise, how would we have known that? And our car has been stolen. Oh. But zombies don't care about our stolen car. They will continue to stay on the attack. It doesn't seem like it was a big deal anyway. We didn't actually need our car to escape anything. I mean, we could just probably clear out this entire town of zombies on our own. The heart-racing action of being caught in the middle of a zombie horde. Your pulse-pounding excitement as you wonder how we're gonna survive the relentless onslaught of those people who used to be just normal people. Friends, family, acquaintances. They had their own lives, their own jobs, their own families, their own problems that they had to deal with on a daily basis. No more, though. Except this guy. I mean, he still seems alright. Yeah, it seems like it's fine. It's fine. And if we can't trust movies, what can we trust? Her people. I didn't notice. Well, alright. Alright, we're gonna stop at the store. It wasn't safe in the car, the zombies found her. Oh no, dogs! Isn't that just the most heartbreaking part about the zombie apocalypse? The zombie dogs. So I guess the game just kind of keeps going on like this. It has been a little while since we've seen some zombie action on Xbox Live Indie Games, I suppose. So even though we've only have 5 games for this roundup, it seems appropriate that this would be one of them. You just, get a feeling of hopelessness and despair. That the zombie hordes will never end. That life will never go back to being the same ever again. Or something like that. Is what I guess you're supposed to be feeling. From zombies. And then we find out the big twist at the end is something like, oh no, they weren't zombies at all. It was just in our head the whole time. They were just normal people. Something like that, I guess. Oh, we went in the store. We're going after that guy because he didn't come back. Oh no, dogs! They're QTE dogs. That's even worse. I have to hit the QTEs just right to survive against the dogs. I guess I did. Oh, and now we're back to this. I like how some of the dogs are levitating, so that means I have to hit them with the high attack because they're like floating off the ground. I don't know. Well, we don't see the guy who gave us that ride, so I know. No. Maybe things did not turn out well for him. I don't know. Game just seems like it just kind of goes on like this, doesn't it? So, I mean, I guess this was massive Cleavage versus zombies. We have to survive the zombie apocalypse with only our meat cleaver, and that seems like it's enough. It doesn't seem like we really need anything more than that. I don't know what everyone else in the zombie apocalypse was complaining about. Maybe they didn't have a meat cleaver. But where does the story go after this? This non-stop roller coaster of emotions that we've been experiencing so far. I mean, what else could possibly... Oh, okay, there he is. He wanted wax bullets or ass cream. That's a decision that I have to make all the time. Oh, no. It's, the time has expired. We'll never know whether he wanted wax bullets or ass cream. That's the cliffhanger. That's the thing that makes you come back to Massive Cleavage vs. Zombies on Xbox Live Indie Games. Next up this week on Xbox Live Indie Games, it's Assault Ops by Render Code Games, it seems. And we are loading up all of the Operation Assaults that's going to happen. Are you ready? Here we go for high-stakes military action. Let's do it. Let's assault some ops. We're going to do it. There's actually no zombies in this, which is, unusual for Xbox Live Indie Games. It's all about serious, modern military action. Okay, here we are. Overhead isometric perspective. Actually, pretty good animation, from what you would expect from this service. It's a dual-stick shooter, which is a pretty common thing on Xbox Live Indie Games, but this seems like this seems kind of alright. It doesn't seem bad, honestly. Just in terms of... need to reload. In terms of how it looks and how it plays, this just seems like a step above what we might normally see on the service. However, it really is made to be a multiplayer game, from what I can tell. I'm just playing it single player here. Alright, got some health. Ugh. So yeah, like I said, it's primarily multiplayer, it looks like. It doesn't really seem like it's made for single player, aside from these little practice rounds like what I'm playing here. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of campaign or anything in this game. I guess the round's over. Yep, there we go. Game over. I got up to 600 points, which was the objective. We can select characters, but, they're only available in the full game. We can only go with Private Wilson in the demo. We might as well go with difficulty hard and see what that's like, I guess. Kind of ashamed to say, I guess, because this seems like a better made game than anything else we've seen so far. It's just that there's not much really here for me. If you have some friends who you might want to play this with, this seems like it could be alright. If you're just on your own, though, I don't know if there's really much that you're going to get from this. Alright, I think I can see what the difference is with hard. It's that the enemies seem to have more health. And if I do my normal tactic here of just having a war of attrition between me and the opponent to see who runs out of health first, it seems like I'm going to end up on the losing end of that fight. Whereas on easy, I was able to be on the winning side. Oh, hey, I won that. Thought for sure I was going to lose since I had to reload. Yeah, that wasn't going to turn out well. Anyway, that's Assault Ops. Like I said, it seems like it plays smoothly and runs smoothly, and the animation seems nice. Seems a step above the kinds of games we usually get in this genre on Xbox Live Indie Games. But if you're not playing multiplayer, I don't really know if there's much of a reason for you to be playing this at all. But that's Assault Ops. And would it really be an Xbox Live Indie Games roundup without 3T Games? We're playing Muffy Boy, and if this seems familiar, it's because we saw this on the Ouya. But now, Muffy Boy is coming home to Xbox Live Indie Games, where it belongs. You always knew this is where Muffy Boy should have been. I mean, 3T Games putting some of their games on the Ouya, but Xbox Live Indie Games is really where all this belongs. And it feels good to be able to finally be able to play Muffy Boy on Xbox Live Indie Games. You know, I know that all of you have been feeling that there's been a gap. There's been a feeling of incompleteness in that we have not had the entire 3T Games library, their catalog, on Xbox Live Indie Games. But now that's all over. Now we can feel comfort in knowing that Xbox Live Indie Games is the definitive place for 3T Games. Like with all 3T games, we can clearly see that this is the trial version. They let us know in big flashing letters that that's exactly what this is. We don't have the full version yet. I need to watch out for that computer. It will kill me. I don't think we went this way when we were trying out the Ouya version, so let's see what adventures may await us in this part of the game, this part of the game world. Oh, okay, nothing, because the trial is over, thanks for playing. If we want to purchase it, we could go to menu and select buy game. You know, if we wanted to, we could do that. But that's it for this week in Xbox Live Indie Games, covering the games that came out in the past 3 weeks, from September the 21st to October the 11th, 2014. 5 games: Love Star Mule, Prince of Mackay, One Night Two Crazies, Massive Cleavage vs. Zombies, Assault Ops, and Muffy Boy. And it seems that the best made game of these 5 was Assault Ops, even though I didn't really have much of a reason to play it myself. But, I don't know, maybe Love Mule, Prince of Mackay had a really compelling story if I only knew Japanese. You know, it's a shame that language barrier getting in the way of me being able to appreciate such a poignant tale. An emotional tale. A tale that really just gets you right in the heart. I'm sure that's what was going on in Love Mule, but I'll never know. But I have my imagination to fill in the blanks. That's it for this time round on Xbox Live Indie Games. We'll be back next time, whenever there are more X-Bleaks coming out. If there are more X-Bleaks coming out, because you figure that has to stop at some point. But for right now, that's what we have. We had 5 games. We'll see what we have next time, and I'll see you then.